back our election monitor, but we just came back. Our election monitoring team. We went over there. We wanted to give hope. We wanted to help rally the South Koreans. We wanted to observe the election, and we wanted to deter foreign influence. In the end, it was an absolute bum rush of a massive Chinese operation to stuff the ballot box, especially Thursday, Friday of the preceding week. The actual day of election was the 3rd, but it was absolute chaos at the early voting. You could go to any voting center, didn't really have to have ID. So they stole it. But let's look. Yeah, here are the pictures here. Look at this. They had the inauguration today. They're 13 hours ahead of East Coast time. Look at this massive crowd in front of the National Assembly. Look at that. Really. Now let's zoom back a little bit to put proper context to this picture. This was the inauguration today. Lee Jae-myung, who essentially campaigned like Biden. Oh, look at that crowd. Look at that really big crowd. You only get that crowded look when Getty rushes up right to the platform. So literally, that was the size of the crowd for the inauguration of Lee. And this guy won the election, Mr. 81 million vote, Lee. No, I'm just taking that from the 2020 scam. This whole thing was an absolute bum rush of, there's 3 distinct groups here. China, who actually flew in a lot of personnel to conduct the election. This was just crazy. Globalists who have put this Association of World Election Bodies in South Korea, kind of an adjunct to the UN. But this is part of the international election cartel. And then U.S. Dems. Well, who was there 3 weeks before the election? Clinton. All you saw were a few shots of him and his lecherous grin as he was wandering around South Korea for some reason, unexplained reason. But these 3 groups really led by China and the Chinese Communist Party through this election. Let's show that 3rd picture for the elections. Yeah, this is the Association of World Economic Bodies, which was shut down by President Yoon during the very brief martial law. Now it's shut down, but this is their front door. This is their executive office. It kind of looks like if you look inside, it kind of looks like the shipping clerk's office on the loading dock at Dunder Mifflin. Very unimpressive, but this is a core part of the international election cartel that's throwing elections and making sure populists don't win. And, oh, by the way, they received a lot of U.S. aid money as well as the National Election Commission, which gives great entree to investigation, federal law enforcement, federal intelligence, and congressional inquiries. What were they doing with the U.S. aid money they received? So it is a very serious matter now that Lee has been inaugurated. He is using the term insurrectionist. He is borrowing this straight from the Democrat playbook. So the Democrats in America